So Coco Gauff does it, wins the title in Wuhan and adds another WTA 1000 to her collection. Let's go through it. That's right, and if you haven't done so yet, give us a like and subscribe to the channel. Let's get stuck into this one. And Coco Gauff, she wins the final against fellow American Jess Pegula, 6-4, 7-5. But the scoreline does not tell the full story. She was down in the second set. She was down a break. It was 5-3 at one point as well. But Coco turned it around and she lifts the Wuhan title for the first time and her third WTA 1000 title, 11th career title, 9 of the last 10 matches won, and 32nd top 10 win, finding a new gear at the end of the year. Yep, she seems to be able to do it. Obviously, we know how good she was at the WTA finals last year. So, Coco Gauff, I wish we'd have seen this maybe like a month or so ago, but you just got to be happy when it does appear because she's ever improving. And like Vance says here, superb level by Gauff all week. The variety on the forehand was key as it set up attacks and allowed her strengths to shine. Clinical surge at the end that stops Pegula from playing her 9th straight 3-setter, and 23-25 with the big 6 titles, and can still improve a lot. 9-0 in hard court finals. Yeah, it's pretty crazy statistics that Coco Gauff is having right now, and has the most wins against top 10 players before turning 22 at WTA 1000 events with 13 wins. When she's on, she's on. I think we can all agree with that. Coco Gauff, this is why I had her as year-end number 1, as my pre-season prediction. And when she plays like this, I think it is almost impossible to beat her. When the forehand is actually going well, I've noticed she's added more height to her normal topspin forehand just to ensure that it's not dropping into the net all the time. She's looping some of them up. She's using a forehand slice a few times. There's a lot of variety, and I think the backhand's so solid that she's always needed something a little bit different on the forehand side just to keep the opponent guessing and just so that they can't just rely on hammering it into her forehand to get cheap points. And there were definitely no cheap points in this one. Jess Pegula played fantastically as well. Some of the lobs that Jess Pegula can play after long rallies, they're quite incredible. Their pinpoint accuracy onto the baseline. And Coco Gauff, she couldn't even get them. One thing you got to applaud as well for Coco is just the movement around the court. It is just something sublime to watch. She gets from corner to corner, front to back so quickly and makes it so difficult for the opponent to know when the rallies are even finished. You might think you've hit a winner, but then it comes straight back. And Coco has now become the first woman to win 9 consecutive hardcourt titles since Serena Williams. Big names to be compared with there. Love that. And women to win a slam and a WTA 1000 this year. There's Sabalenka with the US Open and Miami and Madrid. We got Iga with Wimbledon and Cincinnati. And now Coco Gauff with Roland Garros and Wuhan. She's definitely inserted herself into what appears to be a new big 3, doesn't it? There's always 3. 3, the magic number, it would seem. And she is the player with the fewest games dropped to win the title in the Wuhan Open since the tournament's inception in 2014. 25 games. Wow, that is crazy. Kvitova there with 36 and 38. Sabalenka with 40 and 49. That's pretty insane. And to think that she's done all of this and she has this stat, which is not on her side. 2025 WTA double fault leaders post Wuhan. Gauff at 405 double faults. Insane that she's just winning tournaments and still there are improvements that can be made. So everyone else on the tour must be looking at that thinking, if she shores up her serve and that becomes an even bigger weapon, more so than when it's on, then they're in even more trouble. Because if she gets rid of all these double faults, she served 8 double faults in the final, but still came out the victor in straight sets. Yeah, it's a scary prospect. And just to finish off, this year's WTA 1000 champions, we had Doha, Anisimova, Dubai, Andreeva, Indian Wells, Andreeva, Miami, Sabalenka, Madrid, Sabalenka, Rome, Paolini, Canada, Mboko, Cincinnati, Iga, Beijing, Anisimova, and Wuhan, Coco Gauff. So that's just my reaction to Coco winning in Wuhan. Fantastic. Keep that run going into the WTA finals. I would love to see her win it. And let me know your thoughts. What did you make of Coco this week? Do you think that she could be world number 1 next year, maybe? Tell me in that comment section below. And if you haven't done so yet, give us a like, subscribe. I'm seeing you on the next one.